Hi, sorry about the interruption. So I sort of had that injury in 2004, and then physio and everything else. And in fact, I thought I didn't want to go back because I wasn't sure what was going on with me, even though I was told I have to be careful and everything. So eventually, I was sort of begged to come back, and I was doing preceptorship. I wasn't sort of doing any lifting. I was still doing, sort of clinical work and supporting newly qualified midwives. Um, they are qualified, but they still need experience, because when you could first qualify, you haven't seen everything that comes with years of experience and all that. So and then in 2008 the same thing happened, and that was it then, and I had another MRI, and the pain didn't go, and my wages were stopped, and I challenged that. And then I went to see the orthopedic surgeon who had a look at it, and then I saw the shoulder person as well, and he, sort of did a laparoscopic and said I had a small rotator cuff tear, which he said doesn't actually need suturing and repair because it will heal, but the pain was just still there. Anyway, I then ended up having a spinal surgery because I went and had a second opinion in a private hospital, which we paid for ourselves. In fact, at the time, we had 3 children in university, and thought my life was crashing in on me. So we had to take out our endowment at the time to pay for that. And eventually, I actually contacted my Royal College of Midwives, and they took on the case, and it took 3 years out of my life. I was doing non-clinical for the hospital, doing upgrading guidelines, sort of labor ward guidelines and protocols, and we had to start a new project at the time, so I was helping with all that, and CQC, and when they want to visit and all that. Anyway, 3 years passed, and I wasn't okay. That's when I actually went and asked for a second opinion, and then I had the spinal surgery. So so they then let me go, because I had contributed into NHS fund, retirement fund for a long time. So I was able to retire on that basis, and I didn't get any compensation at all for my injury or for any operation that I had. All I was given was all the money that they hadn't paid me over the 3 years, which was about £45,000. And in case, because I checked online one day and I noticed that they said they gave me compensation. It wasn't compensation, it was the money they owe me. So I then, sort of started crafting in 2005, luckily, because I wasn't allowed to. I'm going back now to 2005. This is how my crafting journey actually started. I was watching QVC one day, and there were lots of crafting going on. They usually sort of come on once a week, and I wasn't interested. Although I have crafted all my life, my grandmother, she's sort of I'm used to her selling different materials with florals and all that kind of thing. And then I noticed die cuts with a view. I think Tracy, her name was, from Die Cuts with a View. Spellbinders, Tracy, and Anna Griffin, Tim Holds, all those kind of, I really sort of I was glued to seeing all that kind of patterns on paper crafting rather than on wallpaper, which was what I was used to, wallpaper or in materials. As if you know, Nigerians, we love floral and, flamboyant clothes and all that. So that actually transcends into the paper crafting, and I fell in love with that. And and that was it then. So I've been sort of doing all that, and not to sell, but personally, to for my friends, family, even at work. I used to make cards for them, and sometimes we use the fund to fund our coffee at work. So it's that kind of this is why I so much like the versatility of paper crafting, and because you can change it anytime you like. It might be one thing today and another thing tomorrow. My go-to is actually sort of cricut design and um, metal dies, which you can use at any time. And the reason why I like cricut is because there are so many designs there. They used to be on cartridges, and now you can actually sort of upload your images, the cartridges, onto your design space. Once you've registered, it's free. And if you but you need to have the old machine, and I'll talk to you about all that at a later stage if you're interested. This is why I said crafting is not actually stagnant. It's always evolving, and there's always some new things coming on, and it actually sort of transcends into decorations as well, home decor and everything. So I have 2 channels now, which I will be sort of incorporating into all this this idea of mine. One is for paper crafting and gift packaging, and the other one is TimeOut2create. That one is for paper crafting, and the other one is TimeOut2create #lifestyle #home cooking. And on that, it's everything to do with lifestyle, especially since COVID. We've all been sharing everything, because I think it brings us all together, closer actually. Because when you're stuck at home, there's nothing else to do. And so I take my hat off for the people that actually had that vision many years ago, and we're all benefiting from it right now. People have made money through it, and it depends on what you're looking for, really. And during campaign as well, election campaign, I've had few things come through to my feed, to my YouTube feed, and I've actually sort of noticed some of areas that I'm passionate about. Rishi Sunak came through, and I commented on there, and so many have come through, and I have commented. So I'm not actually new to the social media. I have an Instagram as well, and they're all both TimeOut2create. I do craft with my grandchildren now. I have 6 grandchildren. My 3 children, they all have 2 each, and they're all, sort of really busy with their work and everything. And so I do help out. Yeah, so I will be sharing all that. And I have recently sort of bought some spellbinders as well. And in fact, in 2015, we decided to refurbish our home after collecting my NHS fund, basically so that we can be more comfortable. One of my children got married, and we had visitors from all over the world, and they came here, and so it's one of those things, and we anyway, we're going to be talking about all of those things in my lifestyle section. This one is for paper crafting. So my vision is to actually sort of inspire anyone that wants to take on paper crafting. If you're retired and you're looking for something else to do, this is one of the things that is worth looking into. I wouldn't go sort of buy expensive things initially. You go online. I have bought from Temu, I've bought from AliExpress, and they are quite inexpensive. And then and I have expensive ones as well. So I'm just saying that because I have had some other people saying that you're killing businesses because you're buying from somewhere else, but people that haven't got enough money, you don't expect them to go and splash out initially when they are buying paper crafting stuff. I was fortunate because I was working, so I was able to buy well-known ones, and fairly expensive, which sort of most of them, when I actually I started buying from Create and Craft, this was when QVC stopped sort of carrying crafting stuff, but now they've actually sort of started again now, a few years ago, and there's only 2, like Anagraphine and Crafter's Companion. I'm hoping that eventually they will have more added to their, because you need varieties, that's what people shop for, and that's what I like. I like to see what other people do, and then I choose what I like. And I have been actually sort of now my go-to is Tonic Studios. I have been buying from them, and luckily for me, thank God I could spread the cost. Sort of being being a pensioner, you have to be careful. I am grateful that I have a husband who is still supporting me. And I use sort of planner to split my my purchases, and also my bank as well. You don't have to go and take out a loan to buy all of those. You just split it into 3. Just start easy, sort of at a small, and then in fact you can actually sort of sell your stuff. People are willing to pay. Don't expect to sort of them to pay for your time, because there is a lot of time that you put into crafting, but if you sort of shop wisely, you can actually still get a little bit back, and even as a gift, it reduces the cost as well. If you if you have lots of family that you have to cater for. When I do gift packaging, sometimes I buy the box themselves and I change them, and no one would know that I bought them from the store, from the shop. I like to put my own stamp on things. This is what I like about crafting. We all have different ideas. So I want you to come and join me, come and support me, because I really want to, put it out there. I would love to take my crafting out of my home and, have a place of my own out there where people can join me and, and have fun. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. Okay, now while I'm here, I'm just gonna show you some of the stuff that I just received from Tonic Studios. Being autumn, we all, I love autumnal colors. I have midwifery outside, and when the color actually changes, it's really nice and lovely. And I've just this just came yesterday. As you can see, this cascading harvest cascade, they're really subtle and I do like these colors. So that is a little haul. I think they've only just come in. If you're interested, I don't work for them, I just like their stuff. So if you want to grab some, you can grab some and then come and join me soon, and we'll try and make something really nice and shabby chic with them. So I'm just gonna show you how I'm going to keep these nice, and because sometimes papers like this, you have to keep them really nice, and so they don't get dog ears around the edges on all that. So this is the box that actually came in. So I have actually bought these 12 by 12 boxes. They sell them everywhere, but I bought this from the range, and it cost me £4.99. I actually bought 2 sets of this, and they all fit into. Let me just bring this down so you can see what I'm talking about. Sorry about this, I'm using my phone. I still haven't got any special gadgets yet, so I hope you can see what I'm trying to do here. So these 2 sets actually fits into these 12 by 12, and you can keep it, keep them nice and safe. And the lid, all I have to do now is label. I mean, you can actually see what's in there at a glance, but I can, so I'm going to take all these off and then put what's actually in there. I have a brother machine that I can print that out, and then the year, I like to put the year that I buy stuff as well for my own reference. And they actually have these 12 by 12 as well that you can grab from them. They actually fit very well, and these are the rest of the items which I've actually put in this folder. I'm going to put the dies on magnetic sheet, because otherwise I might lose them. They have nice stamps there. Those. And you have embossing folders as well. That embossing folders you can use all year round, except for these one. You can use the leaves, any, you know, on any project that you like. And there are so many things. Even the wheelbarrow, you can use that all year round. Mail, cards, and, you know, if you have a, you know, an avid gardener in your family or someone that you want to create for, yes, you can use that wheelbarrow. And there are lots of flowers as well. You just use the color of the season or the colors that you like. If you want blue flower, you can make it. So it's all, you know, entirely up to you. That's why I like paper crafting, embossing folders. It does have masks as well, layering masks, as you can see there. You can do all sorts with that. You can even emboss, dry emboss. When we say dry emboss, it means that you put it through your machine. Before, we used to use Stylux. Let me grab something like that. Before all these, you know, like I said, crafting always evolves. There's always something new. This, you have to put it through thing, and then you trace around it to get that image onto your paper. But now you can just you know, sort of using your sandwich, depending on the machine that you're using, use your sandwich and then put it through your machine, and it comes out beautifully. And okay, so that is that one. And you've also got these as well. There are so many things. This one is foil fusion there. Okay, right. And then what else do I need to tell you about while I'm here? Yeah, I actually gave quite a lot away as well. When after we've refurbished and done all these, I had so many stuff in storage, and I approached, well, I rang the local school up and see whether they can take them off my hands, and, you know, just to you know, I was ready to go and show them what to do with them. But I was told that there was too many, you know, sort of red tapes. So instead, I just rang educator, and they brought their van and, you know, a few trips, and then took them away because I wasn't ready to be paying for storage spaces. Right, okay. So that is me. And the other thing I was going to talk to you about is, you know, embroidery. I see this embroidery cushion. My daughter actually sort of made this for her GCSE. You know, those are the sort of projects that you can actually encourage your children to do if the teacher approves. You know, she took the material and the pattern and the thread and everything to school. When she came home and told me, I'm talking 25 years ago now, I bought these from QVC. It was a set, cushion and pillow and sham. I still haven't done the pillow yet, so I thought, okay, this one would be easy for her to do. Quite, as you can see, although it's quite detailed. And when she came back, she told me that the teacher said yes, and she got A+ for that. And although she wanted to carry on through to A level art, but because she chose to do science based, she wasn't allowed to do that. So, but now she crafts for her children, with them as well. And I craft with my grandchildren as well whenever they come around. In fact, some of them just arrived not long ago. Anyway, thanks again, and come and support me in my crafting. I do love to listen to music as well when I'm crafting. So sometimes you will hear music at the back in the background. They will be playing from either Spotify or from Apple. We have sort of family thing that we do with them. We subscribe, and so if you like the music, you can Shazam them, and then sort of support them as well. Like I said before, I haven't got any affiliated link to any of these companies. Hopefully maybe in the near future I might do, but in the meantime I just want to do my own thing, because I want to sort of not be biased. I want people to see how I make stuff, rather than sort of because sometimes when you're working for a company, they'll tell you this is what we want from you, which is fine, but I'm not all I want to do is encourage other people that haven't had the benefit, or the that are thinking of it, to take it up. It helps you to think as well. There's a lot of calculation as well that you have to do. So it's not just sort of taking paper and then turning it into something else. You learn from what is an A4 card, what is an A5, what is A6, 8x8, 12x12, and then how to, if you want to cut down 12x12, want to do 8x8 from there, or 6x6. We all know that if you want 6x6 and you've got 12, 12x12, you calculate, and and there are other stuff that will help you to achieve all that, and it just get the mind going. And so without further ado, I'm gonna wrap this up, and then next time you see me, you probably wouldn't see me, but you will see some of my creations, the ones that I've done in the past few years. I have taken clips, pictures, photos, and little videos of them, and creating on Cricut Design as well, how to incorporate your dies with your with Cricut. There's nothing that says you can't do that. In fact, I have been looking at some of the panels that Tonic actually does, and the Tonic actually have some SVG files as well that I have bought from them, and I'm in the process of making one for my grandson, my younger grandson, who just turned 1, and for a gift tag. So I'm incorporating the Tonic Studios SVG file with Design Space. I will show all of that, plus I have been sort of using all kinds of projects, doing all kind of projects. I love tattered lace as well, and in fact I did actually started a blog many years ago. I think I started in 2010 or 2009. I haven't actually sort of done anything to it recently, but if you type in TimeOut2create, it's just TimeOut2create, and I'm there. And I have actually I've done reviews on some of the stuff that I bought in the past, like Hobbycraft and QVC and all that. You might see them online, and you know, yeah, so I'm ready to share. I'm willing to share the same way that I'm willing to receive as well, because we all sort of learn from each other, and we inspire each other. Nobody knows it all. I'm not claiming that I know it all. Some people come along and say, oh, I designed this, and you know, me, for who I am, I have been in this thing for a long time, and you know, I just roll my eyes and say, yeah, okay, you know. But anyway, we need to, you know, give acknowledgement to whoever does that. You know, if someone creates something and I copy it, I'll say, well, if I don't know the name of the person, or you know, there's so many things online that are free. You can just say, you know, I found this online. Many people do, actually. This is why I love Tim Holtz, because most of you know, I watch him a lot, even though I've never commented on any of his work or any, you know, but I do watch quite a lot of crafters, and so I know where I'm going. I know where I'm coming from. I know where I'm going, and I am 63 years old this year, so I'm not young, and I'm not too old to learn. And when he sort of brings out his stamps and all these things, he'll say, oh, he commissioned this, and he sort of put the ideas out, and they, you know, do their magic. Yes, those are the people that I want to follow and copy from. And then, because in other line of work, you know, like actors or like musicians, if you copy their stuff, even with just a little snippet, and you don't, you know, sort of acknowledge them, we all know what happens. But anyway, we all learn from each other. That's all I'm gonna say. And you know, there is an old Chinese proverb that says, what I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand. And my grandmother always said to us, knowledge is power. So I'm going to wrap that up. Thanks a lot, everyone, for your listening ears and for watching me. So come and join me and support my journey. I'm also on Instagram. I haven't actually put many stuff on there, but just a little few bits out there. And I have recently just reviewed Spellbinder's Scout with one of my granddaughters. And, you know, she's only 3 years old, with supervision. So I'm going to be naming that. I've got 2 granddaughters, so I have actually recently bought one each for them, and I hope I'll be giving that to them for Christmas, and we'll be calling them. I'll be naming each one of them after my granddaughters, you know. So thanks again, and happy crafting, everyone. Come and join me again soon. Bye bye. Time out to create. Bye.